Hi, welcome to Atrocious Gameplay. This is going to be a new segment that we do every single Thursday for the time being, and that is going to be theme deck profiles. We're going to spend time doing theme decks because I personally have had just an influx of players that have come in and they're just starting out in the trading card game. They want to learn how to play, and a lot of them are asking me questions are like where to start, what theme decks do I use. I do have a specific playlist to help guide you through the beginning stages of the TCG and the Pokemon trading card game online client, which would be really good if you want to go check that out in the iCard that popped up. But this is going to be a supplement to that, to where theme decks don't go away. Theme decks don't rotate. So this will be for you whenever you want to try out one of the theme decks that I've provided on the YouTube channel. So the first one that we're going to do today is going to be the Zacian theme deck. Now, the Zashian theme deck, in my opinion, does really well in a lot of different aspects of what I want to do for these videos. So not only can you win games on ladder, all right, you can climb the ladder with this deck, but also it does a good job about teaching you what's going on right now in the game. And then also it can give you some good cards for your collection after you move on from theme decks. Now, there's no say on how long you need to stay playing theme decks. There's nothing saying that you can't go back to theme decks. I know a bunch of players that just stick to PTCGO theme decks and they just like playing the theme deck ladder, and that's okay. So we're gonna play some theme deck ladder today. If you like what you see, maybe you want to show up for another theme deck Thursday, go ahead, do a like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff. I try very hard to help you all on the channel, and it looks like we're gonna be playing a Unified Minds deck as of right now. If you're wondering, well, Jake, we didn't see like what the theme deck was. I usually do that towards the end of the video, show you what the deck list is, things like that, and what I kind of learned from it playing these 3 games. So just be a little patient on that. We are having to go second right now. We do have a quick mulligan right now. They're going to draw a couple more cards. Now, I have been playing the Pokemon trading card game competitively, for those of you that don't know, for probably about a year, almost a year and a half now. I've been playing competitively, and let me tell you, I had to practice theme deck ladder before I made this video. Theme deck ladder can be a little bit, it's a lot different from like standard or expanded. It has its own meta, and we'll dive into that in later videos, I will say. But for now, we're just going to stick to the basics of doing deck profile and facing a couple different decks. So, man, it's too bad that we can't do a one-shot knockout right now. But here we go. Great ball. I'm thinking about grabbing this nose pass right here. Thinking about grabbing nose pass, attaching to the active, and actually researching. Now, you might think, oh, man, Jake, that's a lot of stuff gone already. But look at this. I already have a Probo Pass. I already have Switch to be able to free retreat, and I've got something like Pokekid. I have a lot of draw support sitting here, and plus with Chirp I can go ahead and grab these 2 right here to be able to eventually evolve. So it seems like a pretty good start, I would say. I find that the Berserker in this deck is pretty good. Berserker is a pretty good attacker, so we're going to look for that as soon as we can. Now, Pidgeotto, a very good draw supporter in my opinion in the Pokemon trading card game, was actually used in one of my favorite decks of all time that I've been able to play in the last year and a half. So very, very cool. We will be able to knock it out with Tranquil if we really want to. The Probo Pass that evolves into this Nose Pass only takes 1 energy with gravitational drop, so I'm not super worried. And it looks like they may retreat. Yeah, go into this Grimer to get that free collect. And plus, that means they're going to be out of the range of Tranquil. So I'm not sure what I'm going to want to do, because I only do 70. So either way, we're going to have to 2-shot something on this field right now. But we're going to go ahead and evolve. We're honestly going to attach as well. We'll evolve this guy right here. And then I think what we're going to do is we're going to hop. We're going to draw a couple cards right here. We do have a Zacian. Sitting here right now. I think I want to wait to put it down, but we're going to go ahead. Razor Wing, boom. Go ahead, hit it with the 40. And Unpheasant with Daunt is pretty good in theme decks because most theme decks don't have a heavy hitter in the beginning. So if you can get this Unpheasant using Daunt early, you know, 50 less damage every single time the defending Pokemon attacks you, if it's the same Pokemon. Now, if they retreat and then attack with a different Pokemon, that's a little bit different of a story, but it could work out. So Tornadus is on your bench and does 50 more damage. Okay, so this is weakness, so this can knock us out pretty easily, in my opinion. I'm thinking maybe we switch and then just go Gravitational Drop because that'll KO the Grimer. Ooh, we could have Pokemon Catcher, so we could actually attach. I think we gusted up anyways. Oh no, it doesn't get gusted up. That's fine. That's fine. We're going to go out to here. I think what we're going to do is we're going to go... We're going to attach here. We're going to switch a Rooney right here. Yeah, I think we're going to go for the switch knockout. We're going to go Pokekid. We're going to find the Meowth. So then we can start possibly building the Meowth up. I'm going to lay down the Zacian as well. The reason that I'm not putting down Pidgeotto is because we threw the Tranquil away earlier. And so this is our only Unpheasant that we're going to be able to play with. But Probopass is going to be able to do some chip damage. Maybe we can get a Daunt or something KO on that. And we can start building up everybody else. Thunderous Gale is going to do 70 damage. So it is a 2-shot. Which means that we can do 40, 40, 80 damage overall. So yeah, right in range of that Unpheasant. And there's that Tornadus right there that I was referring to. Here's the Dragonite to attach energy somewhere. It's going to be doing a little bit more of a setup though. Now these games usually take a little bit longer than your average games, I would say, in the Pokemon trading card game in terms of the standard format. Just because these decks usually take a little bit longer to set up. As I mentioned earlier, they don't usually hit as hard. And so they're, ooh, interesting. Going and switching. They do have an attachment for turn, so they can use this 60. So you get to do 20 damage to each of my bench Pokemon, which is pretty... I mean, it's fine. It's not the best thing in the world, but it's okay. Spread damage, though, is pretty good. It doesn't affect weakness and resistance to bench Pokemon, so it's another good thing that we have this Unpheasant right here. Now, one thing that we do have to be wary of is that this Thundurus takes a KO on the Unpheasant. And we just saw they can do Hurricane Charge just to accelerate the energies and then attach as well, all in a single turn. So they can get 3 energies on, which is pretty good. Alright, so we got the Metal Saucer right here. We're going to go ahead and attach that right there. We're going to go right here. And I think what we're going to do is just going to go ahead and research. These cards aren't really going to help us as of right now. We don't find another Metal Saucer, but we do find a way to evolve. So let's go ahead and do that. Trying to think, I might... I can't go Slash. I have to go for the Gravitational Drop, which is fine. So yeah, we're going to go for that Gravitational Drop. Now with this Berserker, we only need 1. We only need 1 heads on this Claw Dagger, and I think that's what I want to go for, because this Thundurus, again, can go ahead and knock us out. So if I go up here with this guy, if they can't find the Thundurus, we'll be able to survive. If not, I think we still survive, yeah, because 70 plus 40 is 110, so we would live with 10 HP left. So that's perfectly okay, in my opinion. That way we would get another attack with the Galarian Berserker. Setting up the Dragonite as well with Dragon Impact, being able to one-shot anything. So that is very, very interesting. Alright, so we got the 40 there again. We're going to bring this guy up. We've got a Hop in our hand. We also have plenty of energies as well, so that's pretty good in my opinion. We're going to place that guy down. I think what I want to do... I think what I want to do is just KO the active. I don't want to worry about Pokemon Catcher, because Pokemon Catcher, if I bring anything up, this Thundurus is going to knock out with the Thundurus Tornado on this Berserker. And right now, this dude right here, well, he could Raging Thunder, that is true. And that would do 40 to a bench Pokemon. So I guess it kind of doesn't matter too much. But I think I'd rather just get this guy out of here right now and force him to throw up this one if he decides to do that. So let's go ahead with this. Hopefully we hit one heads. All right, we didn't hit heads. And that's another thing about theme decks, and especially when you go coin flips, you know, 80 damage per heads is pretty bonkers, in my opinion. That's a ton of damage. So whiffing that, it sucks, but that's just how the trading card is. Sometimes there's a little bit of RNG. Sometimes you just don't hit heads forehead. All right, so they're going in with the Lily. Lily used to be a very, very good card. Very, very meta card back when it was in standard before the first turn supporter rule change. We're looking for our other metal saucer in this list. Might have to go in. I'm trying to think about what I need to go into right now. It's a lot that I need at this point. I mean, I got this Unpheasant right here that is that's taking a beating. Trying to think about. There's a metal saucer right there. I think what we're going to do is we're going to put it on Zashian at this point. I think we try to hit this heads and take out the Thundurus. Oh, no heads again. Okay. Okay, no heads again. And, man, we're in a tough spot. I don't know if we can come back from this game. Whiffing that heads was pretty instrumental in this game. So we have 5 in the discard. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I could switch and go into Zacian and do Energy Stream, but that doesn't really do anything. That just does 30 damage. Daunt would do the 50. The weakness would kill us of Raging Thunder, so I think maybe we just go ahead and take our prize card. I'm not 100% sure. I don't think we have a clear win condition in this game as of right now. There's another energy though, which is nice, but I'd like another hop or something like that, or some sort of draw supporter, maybe like a Professor Sonia. There's another Tornadus right there. Man, they're just doing real well. It's one of those things that when a theme deck gets going and a theme deck gets set up, it is a powerful deck in terms of the theme deck ladder, because you know, you just get ahead on that prize trade, and then all of a sudden, you know, you're set up, you're fully set up, especially with these abilities if you can get these guys going. And your opponent is just sitting looking like this. So yeah, there's the knockout there. Probably using Thunderous Gale so then they can one-shot us with their Pokemon next turn. So I guess we just go up with Zashian and go ahead, go right here. Not finding any of these guys right now. I guess I just go Probopass, lay down this Nose Pass, and go ahead, chip a little bit of 30 damage. But with the resistance, I mean, we're not doing anything to this dude. And no draw support in our hand at all to see the rest of our deck. And man, this guy's just got it all right now. And here we go. I mean, I don't know. I mean, we're going to be doing 20 damage right here, but we attach here, we hit this hop, and gravitational drop doing just 20 damage. It's just looking abysmal right now. I think that's going to be it for this game. We'll go into a second game, though, because I always like to showcase more than one game, because you can't always evaluate a deck on just one game. Even with this video, you can't give a full 100% accurate evaluation with these videos. It's all about going out and testing these decks yourself and putting in numerous games. Why? I guess you're going for multiple Dragon Impacts eventually, because there's 8 energies. But yeah, no matter what I put on now, no matter what I put on the field, 170 is going to take a knockout no matter what, because Zashian has 120. We have no like way to stop the damage, so we're just gonna go ahead and concede this game. Unfortunate that it ended like that, but it happens. It happens. It's Theme Deck Ladder. It's just Pokemon trading card game in general anyway. You'll always have that in the game, and we'll go into a second game to see how it goes. All right, I always like going first, especially because we're dealing with evolution Pokemon. It always feels nice to be able to go first in that instance, and I think what we're going to do is we're going to end up going Great Ball Hop in this. Probably end up attaching to the Galarian Meowth. This is, what box is this? This is a Necrozma box. Is this Forbidden Light? I can't really read it. There's a type null right there. It might be Ultra Prism actually now that I look at it, but I think what I want to do is maybe go in with the Zacian again. That Smashing Edge for 120 is a good chunk of damage. So this might be a Pokemon that we want to go ahead and get going, and yeah, maybe this is a unified, this is looking like a Unified Minds deck. This might be the one with Malamar in it. Yeah, I think it is. This might be the Necrozma deck with Malamar. Malamar, very, very good card. Back in the last format, in terms of the, back when Ultra Prism was like the earliest deck that you could play in Standard, and this Necrozma was actually a pretty decent substitute. We will definitely go over that Necrozma deck later in this series of what I'm doing here on YouTube, and it looks like we're just going to Hone's Claws. Hopefully they don't knock out. Slash will be able to not take a knockout. We'll be a little bit like 10 off, but it's better to just do Hone Claws as is in case we get like a Pokemon catcher and can gust up the Inkay or something like that, instead of just doing nothing and then all of a sudden wishing that we could do it. So them only drawing 2 cards. There's a Dand right here. Kind of want to use Dand. Oh my gosh, look at that Pokemon catcher. So we could go ahead and we could actually gust this guy up and hit it real quick with a Slash if we hit it, and we don't hit the heads. That's perfectly okay. I think what we're gonna do, trying to think, Special Laser does 100 damage, so this guy is gone. So maybe I attach to the Zashian. I'm going to try to draw with Dan, and we're going to go Scissors in the Rock, Paper, Scissors match. And it looked like it was a tie, so I guess we're just going to... maybe I actually want to retreat. That says discard 2 energy. Maybe I actually want to retreat, go into you, and then since that'll be the first energy in the discard, I want to go Energy Stream to get this energy on. Then I can attach, and then or if he decides to go up with this guy, maybe I don't attach and I just use the attack to deal some damage, and then I can finish it off with a Meowth, which will be interesting. He's got the free retreat right here. Probably going to end up researching next turn. I just need some draw support going on right now. I think what they're going to do is Special Laser. No special energies, though. So we do live off of this. That's really nice. And I think we're going to build this guy here on the bench. We might actually do Sonia. So then I can grab some Pokemon. Can only grab basics. Or, I think I'm going to grab... What's the retreat cost on this guy? 2? So Probopass doesn't really do a ton. I think I'm going to go 2 Pidgeotos. Yeah, I think I'm going to go 2 Pidgeottos to be able to use Chirp to help set up later in the game. If I don't find what I need from the research. And we're just going to go ahead and we are going to Smashing Edge. Doesn't matter if we discard the energies or not. We're going to be knocked out here. So, yep, we get to keep the energies, but again, doesn't matter a whole bunch. So here's a How going on right now. They're looking pretty nice. We got the 2 Inkays down. And then barrier attack again for that knockout to be able to block 30 less damage. So that's the thing about the Meowth right now, is it can't do more than 30 damage through that. So I think we're gonna go Pidgeotto here. I think we're gonna go Pidgeotto, and we're just gonna go ahead and go on a research. We're gonna try to find some stuff. We do have Berserker items, which is really good. So going in right here, attaching to the Berserker. We've got another research, but I don't know if I want to do that. And what am I going to grab? I think I'm going to grab these 2 right here, because this Pidgeotto is going to die for sure, I think. I think this Pidgeotto is going down right here because of special laser. So if I evolve to Tranquil, I could research. That's probably the better idea. Maybe I go to Unpheasant right now. I wait a little bit because I've already lost 3 energy, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That would be a majority of my energies in this deck. And energies are kind of valuable because it's, although we have a Metal Saucer, we only have 2 in this deck. So resources could be a little bit scarce in my opinion. So they're going to set up all these Pokemon that they want. There is a Silvally, 120 discarded energy, so they'll be able to get this Silvally going if they want, and if they just have another attachment. So we bring up Berserker. We have this Unpheasant right here. Top deck Hop is really nice. That way we can use a draw supporter for the turn. So we go 1, 2, 3. I could have actually, here's something that I could have done that probably would have been better, is I could have actually attached to this Tranquil right here and just used Slash, because it used Special Barrier. I would have been able to knock out. So that's something, again, like, even if you're an experienced player, you could fall up on these mistakes from time to time. It is quite possible, and I think we're just going to go with a Slash. Again, I should have attached the energy right here so that I could have at least used Daunt next turn, but now I think what I'm going to have to do is I'm just going to have to either leave this Meowth up to be KO'd, or not 100% sure. And this Pokemon's attack doing more damage. Avenging Heart does more damage with the prizes taken, but they're not really focused on that. They're just focused on that Air Slash, as I mentioned, with the ability to do that. And I think we just go up with this Meowth. We say, oh no, and that might be it. Trying to stall out as much as possible, trying to buy as much time as we can, and I'm going to save the research, but yeah, this Berserker might be going down. Berserker might be going down. Too bad we didn't have this Nose Pass earlier. We could use this Nose Pass to buffer and to stall out a little bit. But here's an Audino. Audino allowing to draw a card, but they haven't been able to find another Necrozma, and I don't actually know how much damage the Yungoos does. So that'll be real interesting to see. And I honestly, truthfully, don't want to go up in a one-on-one battle on Unpheasant Silvally until this Unpheasant is ready to go. So I think we're just going to attach Pass here. Again, don't want to lose too much energies. Energies are pretty important in this deck. Here's a fan club to be able to find another Necrozma. Unless there are no other Necrozmas prized, I think they would have 2 in the deck. But no, there it is right there. If they have any special energies, I don't know if there are special energies in this list, in this theme deck, but could possibly. Definitely think again that it was a bit of a mistake on my part to not attach to the Unpheasant earlier. We could have used it this turn and helped us out just a smidge, but they'll probably do a little bit of setup damage on the good old Yungoos. And then we'll be here in a tricky situation. But here we go. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Ooh, boy, again. Very, very tough in this. So I think this is kind of good. I mean, assuming that we can hit heads. But we go Air Slash right here. We take this knockout. We allow ourselves to be able to draw a prize card, maybe put a Pokemon down for later. And now if they decide to not go up with Necrozma, maybe they go with a setup Yungoos attack to this point. Ooh, there's the special energy there. I think that means that they got the win. Yeah, that's 160 damage they're able to retreat into. And if they retreat, it looks like, I don't know why they're continuously to go. I mean, they just win the game at this point. So they do end up playing weakness guard energies in this deck. And yep, there it is. All right, we will concede this one. That's going to be not some great games for this video, but that's okay. That's okay. You can't win them all, in my personal opinion. There are a bunch of theme decks. This theme deck, though, does a lot of good things, in my opinion, that a lot of other theme decks aren't really doing right now, and that is to what cards it actually has. Alright, I like to try to give out a code sometime in every single video because I have a bunch of extra codes and kind of gives back to you all. So go ahead, take that code, screenshot it, write that down, whatever. Hopefully you pull something out of that Champions Path pack, and let's go into the actual deck and what it has to provide for you as a player. Alright, taking a look at this theme deck, there are a couple things that we need to think about when looking at theme decks. One, can it win games? Although we didn't win any games in this video, I promise you, I did win games with this deck, and you can climb a bit on ladder. It is a little bit interesting because I don't know if Probopass is technically very good. It's very niche. If you want to fight something like a Snorlax or something, this could be a good card to be able to use because Snorlax usually has like a 4 retreat cost, which would be 130 damage overall if you've already chipped on it. Unfezant is pretty nice with the flexibility of Daunt or Air Slash. I think both of those moves are pretty decent. The Berserker, as you saw, you gotta hit heads on that. You gotta hit heads on that. So you gotta figure out your personal value if you want to go for trying to hit a heads or you want to go for risking the all tails. So that is just something to keep in mind. The Zacian is a pretty decent card, I will say. Being able to accelerate energy to itself, and then with accelerating that energy, you could do a smashing heads twice in a row if you flip tails. So that is very, very cool of that deck. A couple things, though, that this deck provides that I think are really, really good, though, is a couple staple cards right now in the format. Great Ball, a card that a lot of people are using right now, a very, very good, solid card. Highly recommend that you have this in your collection and a bunch of your decks. This is probably one of the most prominent cards in my opinion. This is used in a couple different decks, whether that's ADP Zashian, Zacian, Luke Metal, anything of the sort like that, or just really anything that needs metal energies. This deck definitely provides that. You always play a playset of these, 4 of these in every deck that needs them. Very, very, very good card. Pokemon Catcher, also a very good card. Although Boss's Orders is a lot more popular, there are some decks such as Clay ADP going on right now in the standard format at the time of this recording that they do really, really well because you can use Clay to be able to take down some of your items and things like that, and then you grab all your items that you were throwing away with Clay, and Pokemon Catcher could be one of them. It's like almost using 2 supporters in a turn. Again, it comes down to a coin flip. You may run the risk of hitting tails, but that's why you play 4 of them, and you can play all 4 of those in a single turn. It's to where, well, you're probably going to hit heads one of those times statistically, right? But arguably the best card that is in these theme decks is one of the most meta cards right now, one of the most popular cards that's in every single deck, and that is Professor's Research. Discard Draw 7 has always been good in the Pokemon trading card game, whether that is Professor Sycamore, Professor Juniper, Professor Oak's New Theory, I think it was, discard and draw 7 or something like that. Something with Professor Oak. But anyways, Professor's Research, discard draw 7. Very, very good card. I highly recommend you get a playset of these because a lot of decks utilize a playset of these. And yeah, that is going to be all for this video. Remember, theme decks are a little bit slower, especially if you're trying out standard and maybe you're unhappy with standard. Theme decks are a little bit slow. I would say they require a little bit more concentration than standard decks, probably because you haven't played a lot of theme decks before, or maybe just this one in general. And theme decks play a lot of 2-ofs, you have to remember. So like 2-of Professor's Research, even though it's one of the best cards. 2-of Metal Saucer, even though I said metal decks want to play 4 of these. 2 Great Balls, 2 Switches. You know, it's that kind of thing that makes theme decks a little bit different than like the standard format or the expanded format that you'll see. And I think theme decks are the perfect place to allow a person to learn the Pokemon trading card game. So if you like what you see in this video, like, comment, subscribe, again, all that jazz. Make sure to let me know what theme decks I should do next. I have a lot of theme decks here, as you can see, but I also have some coins, as you can see up here, to be able to spend on theme decks. That's why I have a lot of coins, is because I want to start using them on these theme decks and stuff. And so thank you so much. Make sure to go check us out on Twitch, twitch.tv/atrocious gameplay. We're going to be doing a lot of stuff with the Pokemon trading card game when Vivid Voltage comes out, full release on the Klein. I'm very, very excited about that. I'm wanting to get into Vivid Voltage. It's got a lot of exciting cards, and keep practicing, keep playing, and I hope to see you in the next video. Be safe, go vote, have a good day, wear a mask, put on deodorant, brush your teeth.